today I'm going to show you how to get this look. So this is my Ingrid Pitt Hammer Glamour inspired look. I took inspiration from a few different films, such as The Vampire Lovers, Countess Dracula, and The House That Dripped Blood. So the thing that I noticed with all of these films is that the eye makeup was very similar. She kind of had that like really stark bottom liner with the pale like white liner in between the top and bottom, and that really kind of lifts the eyes and creates a really beautiful feline look. Sometimes her lip colors look like they changed a little bit. Usually she's wearing like a very neutral nude, but sometimes you can see her in a more like red, wine red. It's a very muted red. It's not so stark, you know? So this has probably been my most requested look. If I were to go down in my comment sections for all of my videos, I cannot tell you how many times I've had this look requested, and so I'm very happy to finally get this out to you guys. I almost wasn't gonna upload it just because a good friend of mine on Instagram and here on YouTube, she goes by Giallo.Coco here on YouTube, already uploaded an Ingrid Pitt Vampire Lovers look. And in fact, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description box to her channel as well as her tutorial. Please do me a big solid and go support her channel. She creates really amazing videos, and if you're interested or if you like the kind of vibe that I put out here when it comes to my tutorials, you're gonna love her channel as well, because she does very similar looks among that wavelength, you know. So do me a solid, go subscribe, send her some love, she deserves it. And yeah, let's get on to the tutorial. Also, I apologize, my bangs are so long that they look kind of dumb, but you know, I tried. Anyways, enough of me talking, let's get on to the tutorial. Start thoroughly brushing your hair through, getting all the knots and tangles out, and go ahead and section away your fringe. With a skinny hair straightener, curl your bangs inwards. Mine are kind of long right now, so I really had to go for a very large curl, but if you have shorter bangs, you won't really have to do this. If your bangs are a little bit longer, take a bobby pin and roll your bangs and secure them. Next, with that hair straightener, I am curling small sections of the ends of my hair in alternating directions. This is going to help create more of like a natural curl pattern versus something that's very like uniform. And go ahead and continue this all across your head. Next, just to add a little bit of volume, I am curling just the top parts of my hair. I'm not really curling, I'm actually just over directing just to get a little bit of lift. And here I am finishing the other side of my head. Go ahead and shake your hair and break your curls up with your hands and start getting sections from the top of your head and back combing and spraying with hairspray. We're only going to do a few pieces on the top. We don't want a whole lot of volume, but we do want a little bit of height there. And don't forget to curl a couple of sections on the side so that it's not just all back focused. Go ahead and fan out the tease and brush it through a little bit just to make sure everything is blended and smooth. And go ahead and hit that with some hairspray just to make sure that there's no flyaways. Going back to the bangs, I am brushing through them and I'm hitting them with the hair straightener one last time just so that they're not so curled, and here I am just trying to blend that. You can tease it a little bit at the root just to create a little bit more height so that they look shorter, or you can just kind of let them fall wherever they may. So I'm taking side pieces and I'm going to curl them outwards, and this is just going to help blend them into the rest of the hair. And now I'm hitting my bangs with a little bit of hairspray and then holding them there so that they dry in that shape so that they're not moving around so much. And go ahead and add a little bit more volume to the sides if you need to, and just brush through their ends so that they're nice, silky, and smooth. Moving on to your face, go ahead and apply a moisturizer or a primer just to prep the skin for makeup. I am taking a damp beauty sponge and I'm applying a medium to full coverage foundation all over my face in my shade. You don't have to go lighter or darker with this one. You can just go with your actual face shade. And I prefer a matte finish, but any sort of finish that you have will do. With that sponge and some loose face powder, I'm going to go ahead and set the areas of my face that tend to crease first, just because I hate dealing with creases and it just gives you better insurance. Now I'm going to take a warm to neutral colored contour powder and a large powder brush, and I'm going to go ahead and contour the hollows of my cheeks just to add a little bit more depth to the face. You don't want the face to look super flat. You want there to be dimension. Now I'm taking a really large fluffy blending brush and dipping into that contour powder, and I'm just sweeping this down the sides of my nose, focusing more towards the eyebrow and then sweeping that down. And once again, we just want to add a little dimension to your nose so that it doesn't look so lost or flat on the face. You can go ahead and contour the tip of your nose a little bit too, but this is really just an optional step. With that large powder brush, take a muted rosy pink and apply that to the cheekbones, sweeping towards the hairline. With a large blending brush, pick up a neutral tan eyeshadow, like a tannish brown, and sweep this into your crease, starting on the outer corner and working your way in. And whatever color you have left on the brush, just sweep that onto the lid. Now with an even deeper matte brown eyeshadow and that same brush, go ahead and apply that onto the lid of your eye, focusing the color there and then blending that into the crease and then blending that out for a very seamless gradient. With that same brush, I am taking a fleshy nude shade and applying that onto my brow bone. This is going to help lift the eyebrow up a little bit. Now I am taking a black liquid eyeliner and I'm lining my top lash line, and we're going to create a very tiny short outer wing. We don't want the wing to be too large. We want it to keep it very small, and we're not going to actually extend the inner eyeliner this time. I don't think it's necessary. And with a little angled brush, picking up a black, a dark brown, and some of these plum shades, use that to smudge out that top lash line. We want the eyeliner to look very soft and diffused. I am concentrating on the outer corner just to make sure that I'm really blending out that wing, but you still want to keep some of that distinctive shape there. And you can take your finger and you run that over your lash line just to soften it up even more. Now with the same colors that we used on the top and that same angled brush, go ahead and start lining your lower lash line. You're going to bring the color all the way in from the inner corner, and then once you reach the outer corner of your eye, you're going to go ahead and flick that out. Go ahead and curl your eyelashes to get a nice lift. And apply apply a white or nude eyeliner to your waterline and on the outer corner in between the two eyeliners. And you can touch up your bottom lash line if you need to. And now you can apply heaps and heaps of mascara to your top and bottom eyelashes. Be sure to focus on your bottom eyelashes to get them very separated and spiky. Now take a full flared but natural pair of falsies and apply that to your top lash line. And if you can, angle the outer corner a little bit higher up just to get a very lifted look. Now, Ingrid Pitt has very light eyebrows, so with a spoolie, you can dip that into a medium dark concealer and you can run that through your eyebrows, and this will help lighten them up for you. Now I'm going to touch up my lash band with some black liquid eyeliner. Just a little bit, you don't want it to be too noticeable. And now I'm going to take a little skinny liner brush that I licked, and I'm dipping that into that contour powder, and I'm applying a beauty mark just on the top of my right cheek. With a really reddish brown matte lipstick and a tiny lip brush, I'm going to load up my lip brush with that color, And I'm gonna start lining my lips with this. Of course, you can use a lip pencil in the shade if you have one, but I always just prefer to use lipsticks. I rarely have lip liner, to be honest. I am following my natural lip shape, but you can feel free to overline if you like. Just create a nice poutier lip shape. And I'm feathering the color in and using my finger just to blend that onto the rest of my lip. Now with that same lip brush and a concealer that is kind of like medium in tone, I'm applying that to the center of my lips, moving on using my finger, and this is just going to create a poutier lip. I'm going back in with that original lipstick color and lip brush just to kind of sharpen the edges and really add that dimension. Now with a black liquid eyeliner, go ahead and just run that over the top of your beauty mark and use your finger to tap it and to soften it. And you can go over with a little bit of brown eyeshadow just to make it look more natural. And here I am just primping and preening myself again. And this is it for the completed Ingrid Pitt Hammer Glamour inspired look. This is actually a relatively easy look. I don't feel like the eyeshadow colors are too bizarre or weird. You probably have these colors in your collection already. I think that what really makes a lot of these looks is the eyeliner technique. I feel like eyeliner is so crucial and important when it comes to like 60s, early 70s makeup. And once you kind of figured out the techniques and mastered them, I think that you can really turn any look into a very like vintage retro inspired look. You can play around with brighter colors but still give off that vibe. And then this look I feel like is a really great gateway to late 60s, early 70s. I know that sometimes like vintage or retro inspired makeup can seem a little daunting, and you might feel a little bit like insecure or uncomfortable going out in public with it the first few times. So I feel like this is a really great look to kind of wing you into that style, because it's still really neutral and it can be an everyday look. And then of course you can take these techniques and adapt them to different colors and just completely make it vintage magic, if you know what I mean. So that's how I feel. But yeah, just pretty simple look. Once you master the eyeliner technique, which like I said, I think is the most crucial part, you're gonna have a ball and you're gonna realize that this kind of makeup is a lot of fun and it's a lot of fun to wear out. I don't really have anything else to say except please don't forget to subscribe and watch my friend Giallo.Coco's tutorial for this look as well. Show her love. I know that she puts a lot of time and effort into her looks and she's balancing that and college at the same time, so just go over there and show her a little bit of love. And yeah, as always, I will leave a list of all the products that I use down below in the description box. Anything like social media or to the music that I use or the video clips that I use in this tutorial will all be linked down below. And yeah, that's about it. And if what you're looking for isn't down there, then go ahead and you can message me. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say except thank you, and until next time. Oh, also, I do have a few more Halloween tutorials coming up. They're already planned and set because I keep on getting a lot of requests for like, oh, you should do this for Halloween or you should do that for Halloween. I already have what I'm gonna film in mind. I'm trying to get this done within like a short time frame because that's all I have. But I'm still gonna write down your recommendations and pick and choose and roll those tutorials out later down the line. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.